New at 6, H&N investigates Honolulu's e-bike ordinance. The new law bans stunts and requires minors to wear helmets, but it fails to regulate all electric bikes.
As our Allison Blair reports, it's now up to state lawmakers whether to crack down on the more powerful e-bikes that are reportedly involved in many of the recent crashes.
The issue centers around out-of-class electric bikes, or e-bikes that can go faster than 20 miles per hour. Right now, they're not defined in the state traffic code and technically aren't even allowed on public streets. Now, the legislature is working to establish new rules, making it clear who can ride and where. In communities across Oahu, sites like these aren't uncommon. An increase in injuries associated with hazardous behavior recently prompted the passage of a new law. While Honolulu's e-bike ordinance now requires minors to wear helmets and makes it illegal for riders to do stunts on public roadways, the city admits it does little to address the crux of the issue.
They're basically either electric scooters or they're electric motorcycles. You know, they can go from 0 to 70 miles an hour very quickly.
Honolulu's director of transportation services says initially the plan was to include rules regulating these high-powered e-bikes in the new law. However, the city's lawyers didn't think it was a good idea.
On the advice of our corporation counsel, they basically advised us that we should not be regulating vehicles that are not defined within the statewide traffic code.
Now, the city and the Honolulu Police Department are backing a state bill to do just that. House Bill 958 categorizes e-bikes and electric scooters based on speed and other features. It sets age limits and also restricts high-speed operation in certain places. A similar Senate bill is also making its way through the legislature.
Senate Bill 117 creates a new definition for electric motorcycles.
The law would also prohibit anyone under the age of 18 from operating an electric motorcycle.
Now would have a requirement, just like a motorcycle, to be registered, be licensed, have insurance, and abide by the rules of the road. And there are penalties attached to that if folks do not comply.
Our objective is to find that balance between a technology that would be appropriate for someone to use, like a bicycle, if they're going to school, if they're not a licensed driver. We're okay with expanding that to a low-powered motor assist, so if they're going uphill, it's a little bit easier to do that. But we don't think that these other vehicles are appropriate for people without driver's license or motorcycle licenses and those things, and that's the distinction.
The House version of the bill has a public hearing scheduled for tomorrow morning at 9:30 in Conference Room 229, while the Senate version moved forward this morning with amendments. Allison Blair, Hawaii News Now.